Question for the people who are out there saying that we need to bring back traditional values. Okay. What are you talking about? Are you talking about back when women couldn't open a bank account without their husband? Or are we talking about when women had more time to bake because they weren't allowed into the workforce? Which traditional values are you talking about?
Okay. Those aren't values, honey. Man alive. Okay. Which traditional values do you like? Because they're getting mad now. These women are so fired up and twisted and like it all to, be in a bunch because they know, because guys are coming out and now saying things like, I want a woman with traditional values. And they're like, what does that mean? Does that mean that you want me to go back? It's like the 1950s. They only know the talking point, like the dumb talking point. So what are traditional values? We know. Be virtuous. Stop having the body count and licking every Tom, Dick, and Harry because you can, right? And then you go back and you say, oh, my body count is, it's 65. But that was like 10 years ago. I grew back my hymen. Don't play that game, honey. Okay? Don't play that game. So virtue, the low body count, the respectful, kind, supportive, loyal, not a cheater, not a history of doing all that. You don't have like, he looks in your, he doesn't go look at your phone and you're like, what are you doing? Panicked because, you got 3 guy friends that are backups that you've, texted God knows what to the night before. And maybe, last week you were a little drunk and there's some sort of picture in there that he's going to find that you sent. Not that girl. So when we talk about values, we talk about wanting to turn a house into a home. We talk about wanting to be a mom, letting the guy be the head of the house. I mean, there's just masculine, feminine. They don't know the answer to the question. They are so removed from their femininity that they can't answer the question. So instead they say, you want me to be the 1950s housewife? Like that, Is it because I couldn't answer? Like, you want me to go back to when I couldn't work? That's this talking point. Nonsense, right? No one's saying women can't work. No one has said that. No one is saying women can't work. We want to ban women from working. Or we want to make us. No one is saying that. What people are saying is that when you have a household and you have children and you have somebody's got to work, right? That's a man's job to provide and protect and all that stuff, which you agree. You want the guy to earn a living and you want him to be able to support the household. Great. And then when you have children, you can't do, who's going to take care of the kids? The dog? So somebody's there's got to be give, right? And maybe you work part-time. Maybe you have a different situation. Maybe grandma, I don't know what the situation is, but it's like people aren't allowed to say that it's best case scenario for mom to be home with the kids without getting their heads cut off. They don't know what traditional values means because they're so removed from them. So guys, listen, get educated on this stuff enough and get a sense of how you feel so that when women ask you questions, be comfortable answering, right? If she's going to be offended by your answer, she's probably not for you.